26-year-old Doug Solomon allegedly killed his 65-year-old mother Diane Gallagher by bludgeoning her with a lamp before leaping off a building to his death in an apparent murder-suicide. The incident occurred in the morning of the 19th of July 2022 in an apartment located at 180 East 79th Street in New York City. Doug grabbed a lamp and proceeded to beat his mother over the head with it until he killed her. He then climbed through a 16-story window without any clothes on and jumped to his death, landing in the courtyard of the Upper East Side building where his parents owned an apartment. At 10:24 a.m, first responders arrived at the scene to find Doug dead, and he had trauma to his body that was consistent with an elevated fall. There were also multiple abrasions on him that he would have suffered as he tried to squeeze his body through a narrow bedroom window. It was determined that Diane died from severe blunt force trauma to her head, face, neck and torso. She had a huge gash on her forehead and behind her right ear. There also appeared to be signs of trauma that could have been caused by being choked or extreme force to the skull. A bedside lamp was found in close proximity to her body and is believed to be the murder weapon. Doug's father and Diane's husband, Charles Solomon, is a retired Manhattan Supreme Court judge. During his retirement, he worked as a part-time special assistant district attorney. Charles had left for work at 8:30 that morning, while Diane and Doug were still in their beds. Charles is said to have told detectives that he and Doug were not close, but Doug was close to his mother. He also said that he and his wife had discussed their son's future the night before. It wasn't clear if that conversation could have led to a next-day argument between Doug and his mother. Charles told the authorities that his son struggled in college and dropped out. He then got heavily involved in alcohol and marijuana in recent years. Doug had no prior criminal history, and he had no known psychiatric issues. The motive of the attack is unknown, as the investigation into the matter continues. 17-year-old William Hester has been arrested and charged with kidnapping and murdering his 4-year-old half-sister, Joanna Lockerbie. At around 2:20 p.m, on the 19th of July 2022, the authorities received a 911 call reporting Joanna missing from her home. The police were quick to act, and about 25 minutes after the call was received, officers discovered Joanna's lifeless body in a plastic bin near a wooded area behind the home where William and Joanna both lived, located at 112 Chevy Chase Boulevard in Peltzer, South Carolina. While investigating her death, the authorities identified her half-brother William as the suspect. Officers took William into custody, and he allegedly confessed to suffocating Joanna to death. The authorities said that William unlawfully seized and confined the girl in a plastic container that she was unable to escape from. William had a bond hearing on the 20th of July, where William's father, William Sr., addressed the judge. "I love my son. He's a good boy," he said. "I know in my heart he wouldn't do anything like this on purpose. If he did, he's out of his mind crazy. He wouldn't. I know my boy. I can hold my hand up to the Lord and testify that. He's a good boy. He's never been in trouble. He loved his sister," he said. "We've lost little Joanna. I just don't want to lose my son. I'm just asking you to have mercy on him." The judge denied bond. William remains held at the Greenville County Detention Center and is charged with kidnapping and murdering Joanna. The motive of the attack is unknown, as the investigation into the matter continues. On the 17th of July 2022, 40-year-old homeless woman Erica Mora has been charged with murder and attempted murder after finding her boyfriend in a tent with another woman. The incident occurred at around 5:30 p.m. on the 7th of July 2022, when a 40-year-old woman and a 36-year-old man were inside a tent at Airport Way in Stockton, California, when the suspect allegedly lit the tent and the two victims on fire. They were transported to a nearby hospital, but the man died from his injuries. The authorities initially identified the suspect as a Hispanic female. The Stockton police arrested Erica Mora in connection with the fire and the man's death. The authorities said that Erica allegedly found her boyfriend with another woman, so she poured gasoline on the tent and lit it on fire intentionally. Neither of the victims have been publicly identified to date. Erica is held at the San Joaquin County Jail without bond. A babysitter is behind bars for allegedly burning a 10-year-old child with a hot pot as a form of punishment. 29-year-old Jennifer Posey of Sun City Center, Florida, allegedly admitted to burning the victim while she was caring for the youngster and two other children on the 26th of June. The authorities said that Jennifer made the victim instant ramen soup, on a stovetop before the 10-year-old pretended to spill the hot broth onto one of the other children. In an attempt to teach the child a lesson, Jennifer took the hot pot, which had been used to heat the soup about 2 minutes prior, and pressed it against the victim's arm, leaving the child with a 4-inch long burn. Jennifer was arrested on the 19th of July for aggravated abuse. She allegedly confessed to detectives for doling out the punishment. The victim was not hospitalised and was treated with at-home remedies. Sheriff Chad Chronister of Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office said, "Children will be children, but an adult should know better than to use such great physical punishment to try and correct their bad behaviour. These suspects' actions were intentional, unacceptable, and she'll now face the consequences for inflicting unnecessary pain on a helpless child."